So let's go and look at the next example. Next example, we see that I could factor out a 4x in the numerator. So by factoring out a 4x, I'm left with a x minus 1. In the denominator, I can factor out a 2. And I say, all right, well, I can factor that a little bit further down. So 4x times x minus 1 all over 2 times, let's see, what two numbers multiply to give me negative 3, add to give me, oh, did I mess that up again? I did. That was supposed to be, that's supposed to be a positive. Wait, no, it's an x minus 1. Wait, that works, right? X minus 3. No, it's supposed to be a minus 1. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because it's x plus 3 times x minus 1.
Yeah, it was. OK, yeah, sorry. I'm right. I did write it. Thank you. I was like, I wrote it down on my paper wrong in the other case. All right, so now in this case, by factoring, we have rewritten everything as a product of our factors. You guys see that? So now I can apply the division property. These are just going to divide to 1. 4 doesn't divide, and 4 divided by 2 doesn't divide to 1. But 4 over 2 can be reduced to 2 over 1. Right? So now what I have left is 2x, and then denominator, x plus 3. OK? Now it's important for us to go back when we're doing our restrictions. Don't do the restrictions just from here. Yes, x cannot equal negative 3. However, we're not going to define the restrictions from this simplified result. We need to take the restrictions from our original result as well. So I don't want to look at the restrictions here, not here. I want to look at them here before I simplified anything out. And was there any other numbers that x could not equal before I started dividing those out? 1. What about 2? No, it doesn't. 2 is not a variable. It doesn't make that 0, right? So that doesn't make sense. So my two undefined values are x cannot equal negative 3 or 1, because those would have made that 0. And again, it gets to the confusing part of, but it got divided out. Why is it still not undefined?